The reason why I'm sharing this information with you guys, because I received a lot of emails, a lot of like comments from my YouTube channel, from my videos, asking me how is the updates for this home support pilot program. So hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah Buyucan. If you are very new to my channel, welcome. And on today's video, I just want to share some updates about the application you guys submitted for the home child care pilot program and home support pilot program. For sure, almost everyone is aware for the new pilot program for the caregivers. Okay, so the old pathway for the caregiver is abolished, so they changed it to the new pilot program for caregiver. So there is a two category. Unless if you want to work in Quebec, that's the old pathway for the caregiver. You don't need to have IELTS or educational credential assessment here in Canada. But the reason why I'm sharing this information, guys, because I received a lot of questions from you guys, because the application you submitted last year, you receive your acknowledgement of receipt, they call AOR, and then that's all. Okay, so actually I wrote it down, one questions I received from one of my subscribers, and I'm going to mention her name is Dipendra Majarjan. I'm sorry if I say it wrong, your family name. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so her questions is any updates from the home support pilot program from IRCC that was launched in June 2019. I'm an applicant of that program and received AOR, acknowledgement of receipt, on November 2019. So mean to say she applied her applications last year and she submitted her application last year. After AOR, not a single message from IRCC. Do you have something to say about the program? Are they actually processing or not? Okay, thank you so much for your questions, Dipendra. You have a nice name. Okay, to be honest with you guys, one of my sister also is an applicant for this program. So she submitted her application on December 2019. So the immigration received the AOR on March of 2020, which is good news, right? The problem is the pandemic started here in Canada on the second week of March. So I believe because of this pandemic, make all things slow. Because the reason why we contact the immigration consultant who helped us to process the application for my sister-in-law, and their answer is the same. Your question, Dipendra, is the same question we asked from the immigration consultant. And so even them as an immigrant consultant, they have no idea what's the updates from the immigration, okay? Because she told us like we just wait for the result, the updates from the immigration. So the good news for you guys is once you have your acknowledgement of receipt. Acknowledgement of receipt means they receive your application for your permanent resident or your application. When you have your AOR, the Canadian Embassy or the Canadian Consulate Office receive your application for your permanent resident, and they will issue you a case file number. So that's the good news, and that's the first step, right? So the only way we can wait because of this pandemic, the only way we do is we just wait for the instructions from the immigration. They might ask you for the interview, they might ask you for a medical, or they might ask you more supporting documents from your application. So we don't know, okay? It's only from the immigration know everything what's going on for this new pilot program that they introduced last year. 2019. I know it's frustrating, especially like people outside Canada spending all their monies and waiting for the result, and it's been already a year and there's no updates from the immigration. So we're just hoping for the best, especially for 2021. We're just hoping that by next year you guys receive any information or news updates from the immigration. Okay guys, so I'm going to answer some questions about this pilot program as well, about caregiver and nanny jobs here in Canada. So I received one of my subscriber. Her name is from Anu Biju. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. How do I pronounce your proper name? I'm sorry about that. But anyway, hello Anu. Her questions is there any age limit to work as a caregiver? This is a very common questions I receive. Okay guys, when we are talking about caregiver or nannies here in Canada or a live-in caregiver here in Canada, you have to know that you are going to work as a full-time caregiver or a live-in caregiver or a nanny. Okay, it's either you work 30 hours per week or 40 hours per week. Okay, so you know yourself if you can perform to work as a live-in caregiver or a caregiver to take care of those. What if you're going to take care of high function kids, like a hyper kids, okay? Or what if you're going to take care of elderly people, 65 years old above, who need total care like repositioning, transferring? So you have to consider your age, okay? If you think you can able to work, then there's no problem. But if you are going to direct hire from your friends or relatives, even probably you're 55, 56, 57, they can hire you because they are your relatives, like direct hire, right? But going to apply in an agency, of course, the agency prefer people like a younger generations with the experience. They are like active and strong, right? Because working as a caregiver, you need to be energetic. If you're going to take care like small children with a high function behavior, you end up like you're losing of your energy. Okay guys, another question. What if I'm direct hire? Do I still need to complete the requirements for the caregiver? Yes, of course you have to do, okay? Because that's from the immigration requirements in order for you to come and work here as a caregiver or nanny. Okay? So I'm going to quickly say again what are the requirements for this pilot program, the home support pilot program and home child care pilot program. Okay, so in order for you to be qualified, you need to submit your credentials here in Canada to be assessed in order for you to know what level of education for you here in Canada. So it has to be the level here in Canada, at least 1 year post-secondary education. Let's say I'm going to make an example. You need to have at least you finish 2 years course diploma in your own home country, okay? And then you submitted your credentials here in Canada. You either submit to these agencies like IQAS, CES, ICES, WES for them to assess your credentials. And you have to have a passing score of 5 for the International English Examination Test. They call IELTS, okay? So that's the requirements. And you need to have at least 1 year full-time paid work experience. And you need to have at least work experience related to your caregiver, okay? So because that's how you get a job here in Canada. You have to be aware also that 2021 on January, they're opening for the home child care pilot program. They're going to accept again applicants. So you might as well just completed all the requirements as much as you can for this December, and then you'll be ready to submit for your application on January. Or if you use your agency or your immigration consultant, you just keep on asking them and remind them. And just in case, if you have any news update, just message me and email me, and at least I can share to everyone as well. Okay guys, so anyway, that's how we can make it sure like everybody is happy for this application, because it's frustrating, right? So that's all guys I can share you about the updates for the pathway for the caregiver here in Canada. So what can we do? We just wait. Disclaimer also guys, I'm not an immigration consultant. I don't belong to any agency here in Canada. So what I share with you guys is based on my own experience, especially when I was a nanny and a caregiver when I first came here to Canada. So that's how I love to share with you guys all the information. Anyway, thank you guys for watching again, and I'll see you for my next video. And I just love to talk about nannies and caregivers here in Canada, because this is my own expertise, because I was being a caregiver and nanny when I first came to Canada. So anyway guys, thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you for my next video, and God bless you and take care. Bye bye.